Another cold case has been closed, and similar to the other one that we talked about last week, they believe that this guy has more bodies under his belt. So who I'm talking about here is Gary Dion Davis, 52, is accused of the 1996 death of Pearl Davis and the 1998 death of Christina King in Kansas City. He's a truck driver. He was a truck driver when these two crimes happened. They believe that he did them while driving a truck, taking that old school serial killer approach of picking women up on the street. I mean, that's just what that idea was. Like, don't hitchhike, you could be killed, you know what I mean? But it sounds like he's taking that approach here.
Yeah, back in the day it was super normal. Like, people didn't realize how dangerous it was until tons of people ended up dead.
A lot of people ended up becoming victims of those situations and circumstances. So these two women were killed at similar times of the year. One was in November of 96. The other was December of 98. How they connected these two, yet again, was DNA. They happened to upload DNA into CODIS that they had gathered from decades earlier and were able to connect this man to these crimes. Now, just based on how they viewed the crimes and how these crimes were done, they definitely believe he's a serial killer, and they definitely believe there's going to be more bodies under him. What makes this really scary is the fact that he's a truck driver and how frequently he travels. Like, long-distance truck driver.
That is scary.
It is terrifying.
I mean, that's like the Green River Killer, right? It was the Green River Killer, I think.
No, I don't think the Green River Killer was a truck driver. That was the one that locally would pick up prostitutes, women, and leave them all along that river.
And which ones? I thought that was the semi-truck driver.
No, I don't think so. We covered the Green River case, and I'm pretty sure there's an eyewitness car, and it's a sedan. It's either a sedan or a van. I don't remember, but I do not believe he's a truck driver. No.
Okay.
But even scarier part, Davis is being held in Wyandotte County Jail and given a $500,000 bond, which I'm really surprised about. I don't know if they gave him the $500,000 bond because these cases are so old. I don't know. But I wouldn't give somebody like this with two bodies under his belt and they're done in a way where they believe that they could have more under their belt, a bond.
No.
Agreed.
I don't know why you would even consider that.
I see issues here. But, hey, they did catch him, and that's a win. That's a huge win. So I guess, if we're just complaining about the bond, it's not much to complain about. There's a lot of other worse things to complain about out there. You know what I mean?
I mean, hopefully they'd at least have him on, like, an ankle monitor or something if they're going to let him out.
I mean, I guess. I don't know.
I just would rather them not let him out.
Yeah. But when you're on the line for such a serious crime, if I was in his position, you know that you're going away for the rest of your life. So why wouldn't you make the attempt to cut off the ankle monitor, have a car ready to go, and you're out of there? It's still going to take the police 5 minutes to get to your house. It's not like they have someone just sitting there watching your ankle monitor alert, just waiting to take off and be at your house.
Right.
You're still going to have some time. So why take the risk? But, hey, hopefully he can't pay that bond. Hopefully he won't be able to get a, what's it called? The bond, one of the bond places where you can, like, sign your house or a truck or whatever.
Yeah, a bondsman.
Yeah, bondsman. Hopefully he won't be able to have any...
You couldn't think of bondsman?
No,
That's silly.
Look, it's my ADHD mind. I can't help it sometimes.
One.
Yeah. It's basic words, like... if I don't have a good amount of caffeine in my system, I could forget my name even. It just happens sometimes. I can't help it. But yeah, a bondsman. So I'm just glad they caught him.
Yeah, I'm glad they did too. I just really hope they don't let him out. And then that would be crazy if you have another like Danilo gosh, I just can't say his name.
Yeah.
Cavalsante situation, but with a serial killer on the loose who's taken off and you can't catch. Like, I just would want to avoid that at all costs.
I agree, and especially since the case that we covered last week, where we were comparing Danilo and Gonzalo, and not all of them go good. Not all of them end when you're hunting people down with no bodies. That one was bad. 6. Yeah. That was one of the worst case situations. And, yes, at the end of it, he ended up dying. But I think if I was the family member of those 5 people, that wouldn't feel like justice and feel like enough to me.
Me either.
That would feel like he got out easy in that situation after causing so much pain and harm and suffering for the rest of the family that's left behind. So, I'm just glad they caught him, but hopefully he doesn't get out.
Yeah. It's incredible. There's tons of cold cases being solved, like, every single day, it seems like.
It is. It is incredible.
Which is awesome. It seems like the police in most of the country have made a really diligent effort to, like, circulate these, bring them back up, consistently, re-look at these cases. And it's incredible that they actually are making headway on a good amount of them.
Yeah.
Like, we hear about it pretty often lately.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder why all of a sudden, since the science has been out this whole time, I wonder if it's their software that they're updating where they're able to actually make these connections better, because for a while the hospital system was like the main system that was connected nationally to where your medical records can pop up all across the nation so that you couldn't drug farm and all these other things.
I think there's a benefit. There's a benefit for them. It looks really good for police. In a time where there's such distrust for the police, them getting justice or, letting families know the truth and solving tons of cold cases, like, that's a positive thing. And it makes us have a better, I don't know, I think there's some kind of benefit. There's something behind it, in my opinion. But that's, like, kind of tin hat. Sorry.
I don't think it's tin hat.
A little bit.
No,
I mean, to think that there's, like, a nationwide effort that the police are trying to, like, gain the respect of the people back by solving cold cases.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that their system lacked.
I was saying that, what I just said.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the system.
Oh, okay. Well, it just makes me wonder why all of a sudden now, because it's been in the last 12 months that they're connecting all these cases one after another. We got Gilgo 4, which probably could have been solved before, and then we just covered one multiple person cold case, this one multiple person cold case. 4 weeks ago we had another one. It makes me wonder what's changed, and if I had to guess, I think it's the software that they're using.
Yeah, and that was your guess, and I was saying my guess.
Got it.
Like, I was wondering, just speculating.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, I'm glad that
Let
they
us
got
know what
that
you
guy.
think.